A minor variation by Not Murphy. Chapter 23. For Want of a War. Gamma. She shook her head, trying to clear some of the cobwebs, and smacked into an unyielding but not hard surface. What is... The teary-eyed head landed close to the library outside of town, the six running the last leg in themselves. Arriving at the library, they had discovered Spike sitting outside the grass, tears of frustration in his eyes, chained to a stake in the ground. After freeing him and determining he was unharmed, Rarity's panic became a simmering rage. Then somebody noticed the new sign over the door. No running, no flying, no magic, no yelling, and no pets. There was nothing to do but follow the white unicorn as she charged the library, her shout suddenly shifting to silence as she passed the threshold, where things started to get confused. Dichonicus in a sweater vest, tweed coat with elbow patches and glasses. First time seeing him in 3 dimensions, not helped by the costume. Crashing noises Fluttershy tries to fly, and Jackie points out the lack of horns and wings. Somebody tries to scream. All that comes out is a quiet squeak. Everyone tries to talk at once. This is more confusing than one would expect, with all the voices at a raised whisper. The mad jumble of noise and books and ponies seemed to stretch on for a month or two before girls. Discord raised his paws in a placating motion. I enjoy a good bedlam as much. He glanced at the pony closest to him, frowning. I probably like Mass Panic more than all of you put together, but I'm on a limited schedule here, so what can't I do for you? Rarity reined herself in. We want the elements of harmony, Discord. Twilight figured out your riddle. And Rarity saw something. She didn't care for it at all in the Draconic's expression. Well, Jackie, it looks like you were right. Come on, girls, he has moved them. Now, hold on there, insisted Professor Bell. I never said the elements weren't here. You don't have to. I, sir, know hogwash when I see it. With the expression on your face right now, you could head over to Street Alva Acres after this and see to their pigs. Actually, Rarity, pigs are surprisingly good at grooming themselves. We almost never have to. Twah! This is a joke, and you just ruined it. That fella isn't fit to watch pogs. Twisting turns, beginnings. I almost had it! The pink pony pondered, perplexed. The former blue paces stepped forward. I think I got this one, girls. Yo, D, any chance you'd be willing to just put the elements where they should be? The serpentine figure loomed over the ponies, leering slightly. Oh, sure, I could put the elements in their proper locations, from which your amateur librarian friend could easily find them, in this library. Chaos Honor. Is that what you want? Every pony knew this wasn't going to turn out well, Rainbow Dash included, but she didn't seem to be able to stop herself from nodding. Then, everything went black. Twilight shook her head, which felt disturbingly light without... No, I do not have time to panic! The filtered sunlight told her it was still tiny time. Hardwood below and above her, and the single scent of aged paper mangled to remind her of her library trip's past. No, damn it, not now! With several violent lurches, she managed to unwedge herself from the bookshelf prison. She stood up, groaning, after her cell of confinement. She was sure, looking around, she was still in the library. So what section am I? She looked at the sign hanging nearby, which read, Reference, Apple's Astronomy. I don't know whether to growl, laugh, or cry. Feather-smart conquests. It was obvious Twilight needed to hurry, find her friends, try to retrieve the elements of harmony, and check on her laundry. Now, hold on a minute. What I really need to do right now is... Oh, in the name of... Get out of my head! The Draconicus staggered back. The powerful psychic outburst disoriented him for a moment. He smacked his lips together. Why do I taste pine? Further quotes were cut off as a loud bang, followed by several bookshelves falling like dominoes, only to crash on top of the creature, covering all but his head and lion's paw copies of Encyclopedia Equestria. What the hey is wrong with you? Twilight hissed in a loud whisper, as library's twisted rules would allow. Not being able to shout made her angrier. You're like some horrible 8th yearling who's discovered the ants and magnifying glasses don't go together on sunny days and keeps at it! She could reach into the green, Maybe she could calm down. Feel the life of web around her. Oh, right. Summerquist took my horn! Aren't you afraid? Aren't you several hundred, if not 1,000 years old? How can making others miserable still be so attractive to you? Oh, save your moralizing for someone who buys your act, Twilight Sparkle. Discord rolled his eyes, grunting as he turned his head to face the purple pony. Element of honesty? Ha! I couldn't make a funnier joke if I had been trying. The spirit of disharmony is about lecturing me about morality? What an equestria I'm doing with my life. Twilight wailed, placing a hoof over her muzzle. She brought it back down with an audible bang. Oh yeah, I'm helping to save the world! Your jab is a little weak, Discord. When I start attacking your character, you'll know it. Ugh! 200 hardbound reverse guides turned out to be a pretty heavy pile of things pinned under. But I stand, figuratively, by my statement. You are not honest. His broad gesture to Twilight made to reply. You may see things clearly. You may even blurt out inconvenient personal thoughts, rather than keeping anything from ponies around you. But I know the truth. All of the things you say are a screen to keep from having to say things you don't really want to. Give ponies enough of a taste of the truth, and they won't ask for seconds. Am I right? You just contradicted yourself. I mean, I do share thoughts that I'd rather not, because they lead to secrets. So if I don't hide my worst thoughts from ponies, there's nothing left for me to. Dear sweet loss of the hand cramp, I half believe you have yourself fooled too. Discord, nothing you. Oh no, I'm not making that mistake. Look, I'm convinced that I'm right, and that you're pretty much a jerk. Under those circumstances, your attempts to undermine my identity with such a transparent ruse are pathetic. Just let us have the elements of harmony. I'll promise to talk to the others if we can work something out. Hey, I almost feel sorry for you. You do? Discord exclaimed, disappearing under the pile of books, and somehow popping up behind the surprised pony, only to pick her up in a hearty hug. Oh, isn't that just the sweetest thing? I set her back on the ground, hopping up to sit on the pile of books. I am a chain spirit. Just do one teensy little thing for me, and I'll give you the whole set of elements. Pinky promise. His paws made a complete, complex series of motions that looked like he wanted to poke out his pride. Oh, what now? Twilight deadpan. Discord's smile fell. That just cost you some of my good mood. Never mind. I will believe in your true blue honesty if you could tell me the worst thoughts you've had for 3 of the ponies you're closest to. This is one of your games, isn't it? Fine. That's the spirit. I'll start you with an easy one. The serpentine creature held a dark red claw, which he lifted to the air, revealing a pony-like mirror as the claw snapped down. Instead of Twilight's reflection, however, an image of her white and purple friend appeared, horn and all. Rarity, well, she chewed her lip for a moment. She could be really cranky, and when she thinks somebody's being mean to her or condescending or anything, she gets very snippy, like too much, more than whatever another pony was doing. I mean, sometimes she even feels bad about it afterward. Discord made a rolling motion with his paws. Okay, she can be a nag sometimes. I love her. She's one of my best friends, but she can really be a nag. The spirit chaos tilted his head back and forth, tilting his eagle claw side to side. Okay, I'll accept that. Next. Another ripple of cloth. The image in the mirror became that of her big brother. Shining armor, sans armor. Twilight laughed. Ha ha! This is easier than the last ones. Shining has, no ability to stand up to mares. None. Big strong stallion, captain of the royal guard, master of shield magic. Awesome big brother, but he's a pushover when a mare starts shouting. It's about as sad as it is adorable. But it almost cost him the love of his life. Ho ho ho! I think you're getting into the spirit of this, but the last one isn't going to be easy. Discord pushed back the imaginary sleeves, rolled his shoulders before flourishing the cough the 3rd time. When it came down, there stood Twilight, a light purple unicorn mare with light gray and lavender mane. Twilight's shocked expression was mirrored perfectly. My mother? She glared at Discord. Fine. You want to know what I won't tell my mother? Why I've avoided all possible contact with my parents for years? Why I even begged Fluttershy to help me deal with them when I was ambushed at the gala? She turned her attention back to the other pony. Her brows furrowed into a glare of indignation, frustration, and hurt. It's because I could never be good enough for her. I'm just worried about your future, dear. Do you know she gave me a doll with a notepad so I could pretend the doll was doing homework? Discord casually wiped the no yelling rule off his sign, nodding for the apologetic purple pony to continue. Tears of frustration formed in the corners of her eyes. All those panic attacks, the test anxiety, my active avoidance of making friends. Yeah, that's right. All through school, I thought friends would just put me behind in my studies. I'm glad I failed the application for Celestia School, because I don't think anything less than being Princess Star Pupil would have satisfied them. I was completely neurotic. She raked her hose from her mane, screaming at the image. I was a child! Why couldn't you let me be one? I loved you. I still love you. I just can't stand the sight of you! It was while she paused to fight back her breath. The twilight noticed a soft hip-coming sound. Red-rimmed eyes mirrored her own, tears streaming down her mother's face, and no mirror to be seen. Oh, Celestia, I never meant to hurt you. We just... Oh. Twilight started to reach a hoof when a snap of red fabric whirled across her vision and replaced the confrontation with a corner of bookshelves. No, that wasn't what you said, but You meant every word, Twilight Sparkle. In Manhattan, they charge hundreds of bits for an hour of a service like that. The mirror couldn't bring herself to glare at the patchwork creature standing above her. It was all me. If I had ever talked to her, you wouldn't have been able to. Color began to leach from her hose. Discord knelt next to her, touching the top of her mane as he whispered in her ears. Honest words can cut the deepest, becoming the cruelest of acts, to keep from losing loved ones. You must find other tacks. If you can't baffle them with horse apples, then malign them with facts. Twilight's eyes swirled in a mix of muddy colors as the last of her coating made grain. Goodbye, my only worthy opponent. The spirit disharmony slithered away, muttering to himself. I'm through playing around. This time, I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to be a statue ever again. Ha 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 ha! The clatter of a hose could be heard down the library, a staccato rhythm of repeating frequency at approximately 14.8 seconds. Worried, but not yet in a panic. Twilight, darling! I'm so glad to see you. Come on, we need to find the others. The most effective search pattern, known as a grid search, is a pattern of repeating divisions of unsearched space into consecutively smaller quadrants. Twilight trotted out to the white mare, staring forward with disinterest. Thank you, dear? Rarity bit her lip as she glanced at her friend. Something is wrong here, but we have so little time. I'll just have to figure it out on hoof, as it were. I'm not going to lose to you, Discord. Chapter 23. For Want of a War. Delta. Diane paced the aisles, determined not to let distractions stop her from unveiling the real. True, Discord had meant it to be another method of distracting him, for stopping his reign of... After pausing for a few moments, she decided the voices did in fact mean to keep their word and not disrupt her efforts. The pony continued to wander in mind and body. 3 pink butterflies passed past her. Now, where had she been in her wanderings? Yes, even though the riddle is a trick, Discord is too egocentric to not have included a solution that actually sheds light on what he did with the elements. I doubt he would miss a chance to gloat. An overworked-looking butterfly pulled 3 balloons past. That being said, turning and twisting are similar, enough that it bears questioning into whether they both included a poetic license, or to emphasize whatever turning or whirling is evolved. 3 pinwheeling crosses of blue and yellow energy cartwheeled past. Uncertain, but the question of origin. 3 butterflies pulling 3 balloons, each of which is emblazoned with a plus-shaped symbol, used to identify medical supplies drifted by. The pink pony found herself wanting to grin. This is far too easy. Schooling her expression, she addressed the next voting mass of symbolism. This is ridiculous, and I will not have it. If you have something to discuss, Discord, then claim it or else depart. Insects, crosses, and balloons all popped out of existence. The puppet master himself materialized, wearing a scowl to match Diane's own. Okay, easy way it is then, he snarled, advancing upon the earth pony. She did not appear impressed. Very well. If you will not speak, then I will. I am ready to guess. What? The Jakarta's paused, too intrigued with the possibility of entertainment to disregard an obvious delay. Your widow. Twists and turns. I think I know it, Dykes. Let's hear your guess. Decided to call Boom. Discord's expression became a mask of disinterest. What in Equestria led you to that conclusion? The pink pony looked crestfallen. I am mistaken? I didn't say that. I didn't even imply it. I want to hear how you got that idea out of the riddle. The riddle ends with start back where you began, which must mean the assembly of the current band of bearers of elements of harmony were tied together by fate. Twilight obviously read you like a book. I never said they were ever here, Discord snapped. Diane did not grace that remark with a verbal response. Ahem. Continuing. That meant you would have had to default to the earlier tying of our fates, the cloud boom. And considering it, the twisted turns could be a reference to the funnel cloud of the storm. Certainly, recreating the storm would be a little work for the likes of you, and further complicate our efforts to retrieve the elements. Discord clapped slowly. Well, well, well. You're not a complete waste of character after all. I'm totally going to use that. The beast of many parts deepened his smile, as the pony before him began to glare. Honestly, I was just going to drop them off at the Canterlot Gardens and call it a draw after you six showed up here. Crafting a paradox and making you responsible for it sounds a lot more fun, though. He pulled out a curious-looking hourglass, filled with a translucent, multi-hued pastel substance. Plus, it was going to give me something to do with this. What is that? Yellow, green, blue, pink. I mislike this. Oh, this old stuff? I just ended up with some extra time on my hands. Holy guacamole! That looks like Princess Celestia's here! Our cotton candy. Our Celestia favorite cotton candy. Shut up! Oh, you do not get to talk to me like that. You did me one favor, don't think. Not you. Although you may cease your prattling, I not complain. Okay. The crazy was amusing for about 5 seconds, but you're starting to bore me. Again. Discord began to advancing on the pink pony. I have but one chance at this. And what? Hush! The Posey School of Healing Arts ultimate technique. She focused all her willpower into her sight, transfusing Discord with the force of 1,000 disappointing parents, teachers, and small animals. How dare you! Discord found herself unable to move, unable to look away, unable to do much of anything. Shock overcame amusement, on its way to panic and fury. I'm going to get even with you spoil sports by showing you just how fun chaos can be. You have done nothing but toy with lives and save your pony since you attained your freedom. Whatever grievance you may have with Pony Kai, those responsible have been dust for millennia. He moved his right foot forward, struggling to shift his weight. Ha! Your princess turned me to stone. You got better! Without bringing us your grievances, there's no way we can even decide if reparations are needed. The angle of her eyes softened, but did not lose any intensity. This cannot be the only solution. Maybe this wasn't the only way to secure his freedom. Raised foot. What if he was making a horrible mistake? Left foot forward. You're slipping, Miss Pie. That was almost funny. Swan stretched the pony's coat. The desire to blink was overwhelming. One of Jackie's cousins maintains that the difference between comedy and tragedy is whether you are struck by the train or he stubs a hoof. He loved a good joke in rampant chaos. But was hurting ponies really worth it? Shift weight. How would it feel to be welcome when he arrived somewhere? One more step. Finally he was in reach. You lose, Miss Pie. He reached out a struggling arm and touched the pink pony's forehead, bringing her a color. The amalgam smirked as the familiar rings of dull color swirled in the pony's eyes. Leaning forward, he hissed into her ears. Too much nurture makes for an idle mind. Sometimes you must be cruel to be kind. The strain of the struggle was offset by the satisfaction of success. The fading finished. Of course, it all makes sense now. Suffering, pain, despair, ponies have never been able to learn without consequences. Yep! Dai hiccuped once, Twice. Yep, yep. They started bouncing her to the air. She shook all over, inflated to a spear, sank to a pink moat, pointed out in view in full color, her hair fizzing wildly about her head and tail. The pink mare examined herself, speaking in a lower register. Wait, this is weird. And thus who are you supposed to be? Discord asked, hearing between annoyance and amusement. Focus! Bubbleberry, I think this service is good. Barry looked at this chaos spirit over. You know, I think I prefer you as heiress. Not because of, but because you look so weird with a beard. Okay, look, I'm not Filsterman. I can't do the main 6 male voices, okay? Give me a break. Right, this conversation is over. No pony insults the beard. Discord reached out to dislodge the interloper. Now there was no pony in front of him. Barry topped off a disharmony's tail, continuing his ramble. On the other hand, it certainly makes fighting you easier. But always said not to hit girls, they tend to hit back, and let me tell you, it hurts. Running up the larger creature's back, he jumped out Discord's head, launching the amalgam into a nearby bookshelf. Or I could just sell you, I guess. That works. Pulling his head out of a crash course in failing, Chronicles muttered to himself, Great. Now this is happening, apparently. Discord grabbed the B-by volume of the Encyclopedia Equestria, pulling a struggling Barry from between his coverings. Ha! Got you, you little punk. Another tap, the pink pony turned gray again. Well, that was an interesting thing for a mare to have hiding her mind. But I have things to people and places to do. Discord, the pony began vibrating at high speed. Soon to a plate, to curl in on herself, very at the last moment. Just once again, she stood in full color, though her hair hung like limp weeds, covering most of her face. What was highly visible was a demented grin and an eye like a pinprick pupil. She glanced around, simultaneously familiar with her surroundings and disoriented. Finally free again! That is so not happening! Discord bopped her on the head. The form hadn't even finished the color fade before it seemed to move in 4 directions in reverse, the mask snapping back into place, revealing a pink pony with very curly hair. Confusion and amusement ran across her face in tandem as she took in her surroundings. Oh my gosh, that was weird! Dissy, library? Wait, this all makes sense. The puffy pink pony dodged Discord's descending digit as he spoke. Have you seen a unicorn, an earth pony, and a Pegasus by any chance? What? You're going to have to be more specific than that. I've seen plenty of ponies. Better yet, just hold still! Oh, don't be silly, Mr. Meanie Pants. Duck rolled. I already spent 3 weeks without sleep thanks to you. Not doing that again anytime soon. So he hopped over Discord's last swipe, gliding on his outstretched arm. Oh, come to think of it, they're never given descriptions, are they? So he sought to ponder the question. Spirit Chaos took advantage, grabbing her and performing another discording. You know, one of these days, I've got to do pony POV. This time, he managed to maintain a hold, the past few experiences suggesting he wasn't fizzing yet. Oh, not so tight. Well, in yet another incarnation. This is definitely the wrong kind of story for you. But flat hair again. This time to see the same name besides this one. Great. So now I'm the one in the wrong head. But yes! See the power, Vicky! Woo! What? I love that fic. Well, fast, Discord lost his grip on a white Pegasus. Pop! The pony Pegasus plunged earthward as her wings disappeared. Surprise! Pop! And again. Wait! Pinky wishes his friend pain and misery. Would you consider me an apprentice? Just let Pinky have the yellow one to practice on. Sorry, not accepting this applications at this time. Pop! Oh, thanks, Dissy Magic. I am finally out of that time loop. Pop! What is this? Where's the farm? Where are you? Pop! Hey! Get your hands off me, you freak! Pop! Oh, hell, you're not a statue anymore. Again! Pop! Discord wasn't holding a pony anymore. Moments later, the pink pony trotted back toward Discord, licking chocolate milk off her muzzle. Sorry, I just had to try it once more time. Chocolate Rain, you have so many good ideas. Why did you go and spoil it by being such a meanie-faced McJerk pants? Discord paused. Wait, are you Perhaps all of this will lead to something worthwhile.
Close enough, I think.
We entered her back close. The pink pony pulled a slightly too doubled chicken from somewhere and began spinning it between her forehooves.
Now, let's sell this piggy.
The pony clutched her head. Another round of transformation occurring. More ragged and violent than any previous version.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go!
The pony's outline glowed with such intense pink that it was blinding for a moment. The serpentine creature stared in disbelief at the restored Diane. You really are the worst spy ever. That was going to be an epic battle, and you couldn't wait another 5 minutes! Her color began to fade immediately. She smiled in a manner serene.
Now I know. I truly am my own pony. I beat her. Do you hear me? I was stronger. My mind is my own.
She tested her neck as the final stages of color fade progressed.
This is nothing. No hue or shade will hold power over me ever again. Soon enough, I will be coming over you.
The great pink pony found she wasn't talking to any pony. It didn't matter. Some stupid whiner would be along soon enough, looking for a kick in the flank they didn't know they needed. A thin smile creased her mouth as the sound of hooves on wooden floor reached her. Presently, 2 ponies arrived.
Diane! What a relief to find another level ahead. Come, let's find the others.
Rarity turned to head off in a new direction, when she found herself kicked from behind.
Ouch! What are you doing?
The third law of motion states that when an object acts upon another object, both subjects are to the same force.
Hear that? Twilight says your stupid flank is attacking my hooves. Stop it! Not you too!
I do not have time for this!
Somebody's cranky. What's the matter? Forgot your afternoon nap?
Current research suggests the term siesta is not, or never has been, part of the Prince language.
Diane, I promise, I will figure out what is wrong with you. And Twilight, together we will fix it! But is there any chance I can stop Discord from altering our other friends? I must hurry! Oh, by all means. Why don't you run off and fail again? Your plan is working out so well so far.
I can't listen to her. Not while there's still a chance.
I'm leaving now. Will you come along peacefully? Whatever. If it gets me out of this stupid place.
The 332nd digit of 1 is never 3. It's 3.
Destiny. Come on, girls. Put yourselves together.
Man, do you have the wrong ponies.